I'm so glad everyone still thinks the intro song's fire. I'm also a big fan. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to the stream. I don't know the lyrics still somehow to this day. I know like some verses, but intrigued about the title already. You're pretty valid. What's the title? I don't even know, guys. I didn't make it. What are you talking about? Oh, guys, I'm having a great day. I hope you're all having a great day. You hear Zerath? Wait, what do you hear Zerath? How? What's this? Whizzle? I'm good. No, I don't want that one either. Let's try here. Nope. I really have to enjoy a song to want to have it playing in my background, I'm gonna be honest. Toxic streamer moment. You and Lenthia should adopt a Vein Goblin. I think she already has Jason, right? Like he's gotta count. He's gotta count as her child. Maybe not actually child, but you know, she talks to him a lot. They're at the very least friends. Speaking of Jason, I have been talking with Jason recently. You got the flu, Natalie? I hate that. Please feel better. That sucks. We hate the flu. Oh, from his stream last night, you didn't take it off. You're resting off work? Good, Natalie, good. Get that rest in, girl. So, what about everybody else? What are you guys up to? Fun things, I hope? You've been sick too? Okay, well, so that's a no, not fun things. So we're all just sick out here. Okay, I need to remember to post my live link, so let me do that. So, turn this volume down, and we'll talk about what Rexaris has been up to a bit off camera, just because I like to keep you guys informed and up to date. And I'll try to do this in character. In fact, I'll even give you Rexaris' face while I do it. I have been with Lenthia as often as I can be. She's sleeping a lot, though. She is recovering and doing better. She gets stronger every day, but I still worry. The hardest thing for me, at least, is keeping myself busy, keeping my brain occupied. I would like to go places, do things, but I fear for leaving the Nether. I truly don't want to. but I have been doing a lot of thinking. The goblins. I fought many of them during the war, and never considered them the same as the Vein Goblins. Vein Goblins, from my interactions with them, have never fought. At least, not first. They'll hit you back if you hit them first, but they don't even try to kill you. They simply smack you once and give you a grunt and carry on. For that reason, I've been wondering how these two species are related. Are they simply the same, and these are just a Netherian version of the goblins? Unfortunately, the goblins themselves have been not very forthcoming. I've spoken to Jason about it, and let's just say he's non-responsive. I tried to ask more targeted questions, such as, you know, where's your oldest relative from? Do you have any family in the overworld? Things like that. And while it was quite clear he has no family in the overworld, he couldn't pinpoint a history. There is no written record of the Vein Goblins, so far as I can tell. Which led me to wonder where they come from. And I don't know if I'll find an answer today, but I do want to try, at least. Luckily, Jason was quite forthcoming in offering direction. I asked him where his oldest relatives had lived, and he said that most of his family came from the northeast. I checked with a number of the Vein Goblins in my sanctuary, and they had similar things to say. Some of them came from other places, to the east, to the north, to the south, wherever. But mostly, I heard to the northeast of Xerath. That's where they arrived from, where they migrated from. And while it's not much to go on, it is something. No, it's not really speaking Vein Goblin so much as it is asking a bunch of pointed questions and seeing which direction they point when they respond, you know? Like, it's not... I don't know. For now, I only have a direction, as I said, and that direction is northeast. I mean, guys, everybody can understand Vein Goblins to a point, right? As it just depends on how you're communicating with them. If I try to have a conversation with them, it would be fruitless. But if I, you know, come at them with questions, they tend to give answers. Even if those answers aren't necessarily words, right? So, to the northeast we go indeed. I also have something else that I'm going to be doing today, but that's going to be later. But just trust me, you'll want to hang around. We've got plans. Anyway, before I do anything... Oh, Nether news. Oh, we got a Nether news. Thank you, Natalie, for the 5. Nether news, the flu has been going around. I'm aware the High Lady is bedridden, but it's time for a healer. Which one? Helia or Ophelia? Time is ticking. If she takes another nosedive, I will certainly contact one of them. Perhaps both. For now, she is adamant that she would like to be alone. They are welcome to visit, but she just doesn't... I don't know. She's stable. She's good. Well, maybe good's not. Anyway, I have one quick thing I need to do back at home. So let me fly over there. Oh, okay. Hold on. What the hell is this? I know I haven't been home in a minute, but... Oh, wait. Okay, Helia. Yeah, I kind of knew. As I was looking under, I was like, wait, where'd my mailbox go? It must have blown up back then, but I just never noticed until now. Rexaris, please, for the love of the flame, set up a damn mailbox. What do you mean, set up? I had a mailbox set up. It got exploded, mate. It got blown up. I didn't do anything. No, well, I've been... Listen. I'm not taking time away from the High Lady to fix a door, okay? I'll fix it another time. I only leave her for important things. The outside of this home matters not to me. I'll put this down, obviously. We'll put it right here. Rexaris. Should I flex the title? Nah, we'll just do Rexaris. And what's this say? Sent by... Oh, Paige. It seems I cannot send this to Rexaris. Could you give it to him? Invite. Rexaris, I'm wishing to hang out with some of my friends for my... No way. It was 3 days ago. No way. Oh, well, I'm a terrible friend. I'll send her a gift and an apology note. Listen, I wish I could give an excuse, but quite frankly, I'm going to have to just eat this one, because I can't tell her that the High Lady is sick, so she's just going to have to think I'm a bad friend. That's fine. It's unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is, right? What can I do? Okay, so first things first, I have to get changed, and then I've got to go back to the fortress to, grab a letter to send to Paige. So first things first, we're gonna do that. Hello, Crystal. Enjoy the lurk and enjoy your shopping trip. Yeah, I have been away on my honeymoon. That's probably what I'll say, but it just feels bad, you know? I do feel bad that I have to lie to people about it. That said, obviously, the High Lady's health takes precedence over all things, so, you know, my bad feelings aren't going to change my mind, you know? I'm just not used to it still, lying. I kind of hate this music that's happening in the background, so we're gonna go switch on over to this. There we go. Get some fantasy music going. Okay, sorry, this isn't super important, me changing the skin, but I wanted to do it because we're going off on an adventure and he wouldn't want to get his, proper clothes messy, you know? Sorry, maybe I get a bit too into character as Rexaris that I'm changing skins just to go adventuring. But, like I said, I only have so many, really, really nice clothes, so... Alright. Skin changed. Let me... give some depth. I'm glad. Yeah, what are you shopping for, Crystal? Share with the class. As in, share with the class what you're shopping for. You don't have to share anything you've bought. Alright. Back to the game. Beautiful. Yeah, he's just wearing his old fit. You know, the old adventurer's fit. Got his van braces on. Undershirt. Belt. Okay, time to get going. Just browsing. Might buy a lunch bag. You're valid. Okay, broke that. So, which way is northeast? That's what I really need to know. I've been pretty much everywhere in the Nether, except this empty area up here. He said northeast, which is just to my right here. Which, surprisingly enough, is one of the places I feel that I've been the most. The other thing that you know, the name Vein Goblin kind of suggests that they live within the veins of ore or something like that. I'm not quite sure what it implies, really. But I am going to be utilizing my Banshee site a great deal. He did say that his family was from far, far away, that they migrated from far, far away. And that his oldest relative lived off to the northeast. So that's where we're going. I might just be off on a wild goose chase here, though. I might just be off on a wild goose chase. In fact, there's a very good chance. Who did? Jason. I spoke with a number of, Vein Goblins. Or, I keep saying spoke with. I talked at a number of Vein Goblins, requesting information. obviously, they don't speak common. They were not forthcoming. Some goblins I've heard used to be more communicative. But ever since the war ended, the Vein Goblins specifically have been not very talkative. So, I don't know. I simply asked them to point. I tried to give them a map, but it didn't seem like Jason really knew how to read the thing, if I'm honest. Wait, so the plan is to just go into walls and look around for interesting things. You got all of that from goblin pointing. No. Listen. I got... I had to ask yes or no questions with nods and head shakes to gather that information. The direction I got from pointing. You know, you can also get a lot from body language, like shrugs or just blank stares back at you. There's a camp over here. And it's empty. Ooh, that's pretty cool, whatever that is. I mean, I don't think it's actually anything, but... Literally, exactly. She gets it. Charades. We be playing... Ooh, this is cool. It was just a stick, unfortunately. Also, hello, Lizzie. So what did Jason have to say? Very little, as usual with the Vein Goblins. But I've got an idea of where to look. And that's where we're going. And that idea is just to the northeast. Listen, I don't know. I've been a lot around the Nether, and I've never seen anything hinting to where the Vein Goblins come from, if I'm honest. We don't have any written histories about them. We don't have any recollection as a collective of where these goblins came from. And I would like to know, especially now that we know that the goblins were the third origin from the overworld. I can't get it out of my head that these Vein Goblins feel out of place in the Nether. I mean, they certainly are home now, don't get me wrong. Clearly, this little guy seems like he's been here forever. But how? I'm going to ask him. We're going to play a bit of charades with this fellow as well. Sir, do you have a name? Oh, he's gone. He doesn't want to help. He's not interested. Mate, what if I had carrots for you? Would you help then? I'm going to offer him some carrots. Wait, do I not have... That's so... Oh, wait, I do. Bag of carrots. Hey! Yeah, there we go. Take some more carrots. Oh, you're not interested anymore. Here, I'll trade them to you for a few emeralds first. Oh, yeah, grab those, grab those. Okay, now here. I'm just going to put a bag of carrots on the ground. And a bunch more carrots just around, okay? And then I want to just ask you a few questions. Play some charades with you. Okay? Okay. He's... Oh, wait, you're interested. Okay. So, I don't... Do you know anything about your people? Yes? Yes? No? Okay, he's shaking his head, but also he might have just been following me as I walked back and forth. Oh, yeah, I could ask a non-Vein Goblin. I could try. I don't know if they'd know anything more than we know. Okay, well, I'm just going to give him the rest of these. You've been very helpful, sir. Not. I tried. It was worth a shot. Listen, I should have known that I'd get more out of Jason than most other goblins. That's my own... I could have known. Could have guessed. Am I still going northeast? I sure hope so. Anything in here? This is an interesting area. A little chunk there. Can you ask what happened to his GF? Who? The goblin back there? How would I even know he has a GF? Hello? I'm confused. Surely I'll just see something up here, right? Like maybe an old city. Where even am I? I don't know. How far do I have to go? Be honest. Wait, Jason had a girlfriend? Oh, they probably broke up if she just disappeared, poof, gone out of nowhere. It's very green over there. Why is that so green? Okay, we found a nether fortress. I don't think nether fortresses have anything to do with Vein Goblins, but I'm willing to be wrong. No, I have no idea what happened to Jason's girlfriend. I'm so sorry. We see anything? I certainly don't. What's that? That looks like something. Maybe not, though. Oh my. No, I don't think it was anything sad. Yeah, nothing here. Oh well, we continue northeast. So, let's think about the facts. What do we know about Vein Goblins? They don't seem to live in their own cities or towns. They kind of just emerge from the cracks and offer us goods. So, they probably live underground, not on the surface. What else? What else do we know? We know that the overworld goblins were pushed out of the goblin court, or the overworld court, excuse me, by the Shrieklings some 2,000 years ago. We know... I mean, that's pretty much all we know. We know the Vein Goblins like carrots, and they're non-verbal. Wait, why do they like carrots? Carrots aren't native to the Nether. Suppose it's possible that Vein Goblins aren't either, but then why are they lava-colored? They're immune to fire. They seem native, don't they? They seem like they're from here. They're bright orange. They emerge from... I mean... I know no one from the overworld that could just peacefully bathe in the lava the way that Vein Goblins do. They're entirely immune. Just like Banshees, just like Fireys. Even more so than fungal mages. Adapting to their environment, maybe. But then how long have they been here? And why are they so different from the other goblins? I just... Perhaps it's just me, but when my mind formulates a question, I cannot rest until I find the answer. And every time I look at the Vein Goblins, I have more and more questions. Ooh, ruined portal over here. In the middle of the lava. It looks grand as well. Where are we? Let's get our bearings. Seems there is a city to the northeast that I've been to before. What else? What else? Don't really see anything jumping out at me. Another city to the west. In fact, I believe that might be Ashenvale Manor. Maybe I'm mistaken, though. Well, nothing to do but keep going, I suppose. Could have been from the overworld. I don't feel like the goblins would have allowed that. I don't think the goblins would have allowed themselves to be disrespected in that way. Not without a fight, not without a record. And, I mean, I may not know all the goblins on a more personal level as goblins, but I don't know. I just think it would have come up in the history books if we knew that goblins came here from the overworld. But we don't know that. If anything, the Vein Goblins kind of just appeared sometime in the last however many years, and we began trading with them because they had much to trade. I don't know. But I want to, and so I will. I will know soon. If the answer is out there, I will find it. Rid of this bone. I don't think that the Vein Goblins made this city. I don't know why I've stopped here. History is written by the victors. That is certainly true. But there's no history about being victorious over Vein Goblins. We've never fought a war with them. Our first war with the goblins has been the overworld goblins, the ones that, well, the ones that are green. Maybe the sole purpose of the Vein Goblins are to serve those who are goblins. Well, if that's the case, they're doing a piss-poor job of it. They serve Netherians faithfully. So faithfully that we drafted up a law to create citizenship for them. Despite the fact that we know very little about them and can hardly communicate with them, most of our citizens seem to trust them with their lives. Even the High Lady has a deep love for Jason. I know Enya carries a number of goblins through her hellhole hiring process. I am well aware that Helia carries... I mean, she has an entire goblin housing project near her home. I have the same with the Wait. It's another one of these things. Check this out in a second, actually. I kind of want to go over here. I'm not going to lie. I do want to see what's over there, but I don't think those usually have loot, whatever they are. I also don't think we've ever figured out who built those. They certainly don't seem Netherian. We don't really build with basalt, except in wartime. Paige and Skylar have goblins and Applebee's. Yeah, they have overworld goblin traders. They're a bit different. Alright, grabbed a little bit of blaze rods. How far northeast am I? Pretty far. Okay, I'm gonna just keep going. Surely I'll hit the border soon, and then I can work backwards. Right? Also, hello, Z. Hello, hello. I think the border is right up here, but I've never been to the northeast corner of the Nether. So, might as well hit it real quick. Just gonna float to the roof. Now, see, a lot of theories are... you know, clanging around the old skull of Rexaris's. First one is, of course, just as simple as the ones that you guys are saying. They came from the overworld and adapted. But I just, once again, I don't know how they would have been afforded the... How do I say this delicately? I don't believe that the Vein Goblins would have adapted in such a short period of time as just a couple years. If they crossed over from the overworld, their adaptation would have needed to take hundreds, if not thousands of years. I just don't really understand how they could be here comfortably for the duration of that time. You know? They couldn't have just popped up. They couldn't have just popped up out of nowhere. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm completely losing my mind. Probably. Maybe they were just hiding. From what? Hiding from what? Surely there is a border in the Nether still, right? Yeah, I just haven't reached it. Okay. What if they were created from a spell? I don't believe a magic like that exists. Zeroth is, let's just say one of a kind. Okay, I'm in new territory. I must be hitting the border here soon. Oh, there we go. I've hit the border. So, now I can turn around and, as I said, work backwards. So, I don't see anything from here, save for a few lava spouts. But no indications of Vein Goblin existence. I'm going to just go underground real quick, see if I see anything down here. A spell using the original goblins. It's possible. Anything's possible, really. I don't know. I don't think that magic like that exists, but I just... the more I think about it, the more I'm just unsure, you know? I'm just not sure no matter what. Probably past the border. What makes you think that? I'd love to hear reasoning. I'm open to any consideration. I just have to think. I've got to figure this out. Whatever it takes. I don't know. Suppose it could be past the border. Certainly worth trying to get out there, in my opinion. The Nether border was the only one not to shrink. In fact, I don't know if there's been a difference in our border the entire time the Nether has existed. As far as I'm aware, at least, the border has been right where it's always been. I could be wrong. Okay, continue this way. I don't see anything. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing weird, nothing strange. Oh, submerged nether portal, actually. That's a bit out of the ordinary. What's going on down here? This looks so weird. I mean, I suppose it's possible they just couldn't retreat past the border that was set up after the war, but that still doesn't explain where the goblins came from, right? Like the original Vein Goblins. I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Probably a bit. All these little pockets here are interesting. I've never seen pockets below the lava like this. Very cool. What's happening? Just got here. Didn't mean to do caps. I'm searching the northeast of the Nether for signs of Vein Goblin civilization. Although, I don't know if I would call their charade form of communication. These are cool, I have to say. I'm a fan. Do I give up? I don't give up, right? I can't give up. I literally cannot give up. I have to find this. These are really getting to me. The little black terracotta stuff. Peace, I think I explained at the beginning, perhaps you weren't here. I spoke with a number of other Vein Goblins. And while not all of them came from the northeast, it seemed that the majority, at least that I spoke to, also pointed this direction. And listen, it may be a loose lead, but it's a better lead than nothing. So I'm up here. Once again, though, as you're pointing out, I've kind of found nothing, and perhaps this lead is nothing. But I have to try, okay? I have to try. It's not easy to dig up dirt on civilizations and how they formed. It's never easy. No, he didn't speak. More like I spoke to him, and he nodded, shook his head, and responded through body language. Listen, he's a great conversationalist. He lets you just talk his ear off. Does not respond. More likely mutation, when an overworld goblin got stuck in the Nether and they stay there because there was something for them. Possibly. I just... Once again, I feel like I'm a broken record. But all these possibilities just make it stranger to me that there's no record of their existence. They just came to be, and we as the Netherians just accepted it. Yeah, I wish I could make Jason speak. Truly I do. But I just don't think he has much to say. I think he prefers his simple life of trading his trinkets and sitting behind the High Lady's desk. Oh, dude, I think I might give up. Oh, my. Okay, listen. We've done a line from Zareth all the way into the northeast and found nothing. I'm not giving up, but I need a change of scenery. So, I'm going to head back to the fortress and send Paige a letter apologizing for missing her birthday. Yeah, exactly. Especially during... Oh, well, not during. They didn't appear during the war. They'd kind of been there for a couple hundred years before the war happened. Listen, I think most people have read this. I've certainly read it before. But there is a book called In Defense of the Goblins that I've read a few times that I think kind of highlights the issue, right? Business and commerce, realms and races, rule proposal, ashes, indefensible. So this is one against the goblins. This is during the Goblin Wars, quite early on. This is propaganda, essentially. The goblins are not misunderstood victims, they are savages. Their actions have proven this beyond a doubt. Let us not forget the atrocities committed by the goblins. Not innocent victims of circumstance, aggressors, driven by a thirst for chaos and destruction. So, that's one side of the coin that I've read. There is another. Silent Killer, Founding of Ash, Blood on the Throne, Legend of Pure Lake. There's no way. Advisor contract. Who took my book? Alright, you know what? If it's not in here, there's one place I know it is. Netherian Vault. Don't let me down now. Nether History, Realms, Beware, Ashes, Legend, Silent Killer, Fall of Vivarium, Light in the Dark. In Defense of the Goblins. That's what I'm looking for. Now this was before the 100-Year War with the Goblin began. To the citizens of the Nether Kingdom, I write this not as a scholar or a politician, but as a humble merchant. I write this because I have seen something that troubles me deeply, a growing disdain for the goblin traders who frequent our markets. This is 1892. I understand the unease that goblins inspire. They are not like us. They are creatures of the dark, born of the overworld's deepest caves. They do not share our reverence for the flame, nor do they adhere to our customs. This isn't even about the Vein Goblins. I have traded with goblins for decades, and while I have encountered my share of rogues, these are not the actions of monsters. Suspicion, scorn. I have heard children taunt them with cruel names, parents turning a blind eye. All who dwell within our borders. Imagine a world where they are not welcomed. Not as outside. Oh, where they are welcomed. Damn. I implore you, my fellow citizens, to see the goblins not as they are, but as they could be. Imagine a world where they are welcomed, not as outsiders, but as partners. Imagine the knowledge they could share, the goods they could bring, the bonds we could forge. The goblins are not our enemy. They are not a threat to our way of life. They are simply trying to survive as we all are. God damn. So even the goblins who were allowed to live in the Nether as far back as 130 years ago were not Vein Goblins. So where the fuck are the Vein Goblins from? Who are they? What are they? Okay, I simply can't think about this any longer, or I'll freak out. Not that fun. Helia! Lock in! It's kind of chilly standing outside in the thick fog, but it's nothing compared to being in a cooler and a freezer all day. That's how Rexaris laughs canonically. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop. Okay? Don't crucify me, okay? I'll stop, I said. Oh shit. Why is it? It's all fucked. Why? Oh, there we go. There was a thing in the way. Fixed. Okay. Dear Paige. My sincerest apologies for missing your birthday celebration. The High Lady and I are on our honeymoon and will return soon. Just no to that laugh. I hope Rexaris never laughs. Damn. Did you just... She said, broke boys should never laugh. You love the cold, you prefer the hot? I think I prefer cold over hot, but if I have a choice between standing in a freezer or not standing in a freezer, no, you don't have to apologize. It was funny. You're fine, Nui. How do I say your name? Yanui. I don't know. I tried. The High Lady and I are on our honeymoon, and return soon. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I don't know. I hope this gift finds you well. Rexarus. Sign. Happy birthday. Happy belated, we'll say. Sign and close. And I should get her a gift as well. What do I do? Gift-wise, what does Paige need? Nothing really, does she? I could get her... Oh, you know what? I've been giving this to people for a while. She probably already has one, but why not? If she doesn't, then suddenly I... Oh, there it is. Back to the fortress. I'll give her a Fortune 5 pickaxe. I hope she enjoys it. There you go. And... Just... Does she not have a mailbox? Oh, Wolvenshire. Wait, what's this one? Why is this one not named? Okay, we'll just say Wolvenshire. Send. Perfect. Display case for her casino. I'm not doing that. She can make her own display case, I'm sure. Well, now that I've done that, I kind of want to just get straight back into the Vein Goblin thing. Especially because reading all of that made me more confused and more... I don't know, interested? I want to know what's going on. Let me missive Helia. Do you know anything of the Vein Goblin's origin? Let's see. Perhaps she learned something in school. I was taken out of school quite early. Oh, wait. She was taken out of school early, too. Fuck. Damn. I'm dumb. Oh.
You called.
I didn't really call. I only wanted to know if you'd ever heard anything about where the Vein Goblins came from. I've been reading histories about goblin sentiment in the Nether, and while pre-war there was positive sentiment, post-beginning of the war there has been some negative sentiment. I have found very little regarding the Vein Goblins, save, you know, modern law that we've created giving them citizenship.
Are they not... I always assumed they were mutated.
Mutated? But if that's the case, they would have had to come here long ago and mutated over time. But I feel like we never watched that mutation. There's no documentation of it. There's no record. There's... I don't know. They just showed up, in my opinion. Not necessarily in my opinion, in my experience. Unless you have heard differently. Have you read anything that would suggest they mutated over a long period of time? Or perhaps... Goblins' ability to disguise themselves allowed them to mutate quicker? I don't know. My brain is moving 1,000 miles a second.
I assume that the overworld... Hello.
Wait, the
overworld
green
ones
did what?
I assume that they were the original ones, and the Vein Goblins were mutated from them.
Yes, but when?
I don't know. I learned not to ask questions when I was young.
Okay, fair enough. Well, if you ever see anything that alludes to an answer here, I would love to hear it.
Sure. You were quite pushy.
Are you going to be hanging out with Skylar?
Unfortunately, he has requested my presence.
You can say no.
This seems to be more urgent.
More urgent? I thought in the public missives you were lava fishing together.
Seems that way, but I think there are other matters that maybe because he's getting married. I don't know.
Skylar's getting married.
Yes,
To whom?
Amma.
Ah, I had a higher opinion of Armor than that. Shame.
Okay.
Well, I should probably ask you how things are going with Attekus. Don't know. I've been so out of the loop the last few days. Things have been crazy. I don't know if Kyron's told you, but the High Lady and I are on our honeymoon.
Oh, congratulations.
I probably shouldn't have waystoned back here. She's probably going to get quite upset at me, but that's alright. I'll have to make it up to her.
Adakus and I have not spoken.
Oh?
Have you told anyone what I told you in Lenthia?
I have not. Haven't even had the chance.
I'll thank the flame. Okay. Do me a favor and don't mention it.
I very rarely mention anything to anyone, but I will keep it to myself.
Somehow word got back to Adakus that I had... Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. I do still owe him a drink. I wonder if I reached out to him if he would take me up on it. I'm sure he knows that I know if he knows that you know.
I don't know. I don't know anymore, Rexaris. This is a complicated circle of information, and I am so done with it.
I tend to assume that everyone knows everything, and that I'm the one who's been left behind, but sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised, and I actually know more than others. Sometimes. Rarely.
No one likes being left in the dark.
No, they don't. Speaking of, not sure if you've had the chance to check the missive board, but Kirn is acting High Lord in mine and Larenthia's absence.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm sure you'll be working very closely with them.
Not sure if I can take them quite as seriously as I can take Lenthia, but okay.
I'm sure Kirn will do their best. And that will have to be enough, at least until the High Lady is back.
I have faith in Kirn.
As do I. Though sometimes I fear it is a bit misplaced. Still, he usually pulls through.
Usually.
Well,
Anyway.
I'm gonna head out. You be safe around Skylar.
I will endeavor to try.
Will endeavor to try is crazy. That's 2 words that mean try. That's the least committal response. Endeavor to try. That's saying, like, I'll make an attempt to do my best. That's cooked. Talking about Kirn behind his back. Kirn talks way more shit about me behind my back than I could ever possibly hope to talk about Kirn behind their back. I don't know if Adakus thinks Helia's the leak. It's kind of implied there in that conversation with Helia that at the very least she believes that he knows that she's a leak. But I don't know. That seems weird to me because I also know that Rowena told us basically that she was going to be playing both sides. So it's weird to me that Adakus could know that Helia knows anything, since Helia wasn't in any of those meetings. But I suppose it's possible that we mentioned her. I don't know. That's probably what happened, and I'm just misremembering something. I never know. I never know. Ah, Hell's Bruise is looking quite nice. And the square is coming together. Although it seems we have a few unwanted guests in our goblins' homes. Hello. Zuri, it's nice to meet you. Where is me? I don't remember which one's Crystal. Let me check. Is it this one? Hello, Crystal. There she is. It's nice to meet you, Crystal. I don't believe we've ever met on camera. I think you two are next to each other. Yeah, Scar and Crystal are right next to each other. Anywho. Okay, so I could just keep flying northeast until I find something, which part of me does really want to do. Don't get me wrong. But part of me also thinks that if I do that, I'm not going to find anything, which worries me. What else could I do? I mean, that's really it, right? Let's see. I could see if I could get Adakus that, ooh. A high vessel. I could, nah, I shouldn't. I was gonna say I could give her the heads up that I'm on a honeymoon with Lenthia, but I don't know if that works. Because I don't know if Lenthia wants her to know. Also, if it's not clear to those who didn't watch last stream, the honeymoon is kind of a bit of an excuse right now. While Lenthia and I do still need to go on our honeymoon, at the moment she's actually sick and recovering far from here. But she'll be alright. She'll make it through. Crystal Scar and Zuri are famous indeed. I think there's a Natalie too, isn't there? Am I crazy in thinking that? I thought there was. Hello, Nova. Sick emote. Here, let me... I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna see. I'm pretty sure she made a Natalie. Is Lenthia getting better? I'd hope so. Might be a name tag for Natalie. Yeah, that's true. She might not exist yet, but there's a name tag for her. Yeah, it looks like actually these are the only 3 that exist. Whoops. You were a piglin for the Flame Festival as well? Nice. Yeah, there's no Natalie. Just a name tag. Well, once that name tag is grabbed, because there's always Vein Goblins showing up. Literally always. Oh my, I don't know where to go. Dude, there's thousands of blocks to cover. We've already covered this once. Do I dare do it again? You thought there was more? There's more name tags. We just haven't had the time to populate yet. Look for Vein Goblins. Yeah, maybe I could get a bit of their expertise if I just, you know, name them all and bring them in. There's just not enough goblins. Just fly and hope I hit something. I unfortunately already did that. That's the only issue. Since I didn't find anything the first time, I'm not really... I'm not confident I'll find something the second time. But it could be worth the effort. If I do find something, of course it'll feel like it's worth the effort. Hello, sir. Wait, where does Lenthia keep the name tags? Are they in the vault? Let's find out. You go right there. Name tags, name tags, name tags. No. Wait. Lenthia, where do you keep the name tags? Natalie, there we go. Hello, Natalie. We've got on Natalie! Yahoo! It's-a me, Mario! Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I did that. I didn't even do it in the accent. I did a mix between Rexaris and Mario. And it sounded horrible. But at least we have Natalie. Right, we're going to put her in here. Next to Zuri. There we go. Natalie and Zuri. Alright, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. We have everything we need now. Wahoo! Oh, I'm just going to have to keep going northeast, mate. I have to. But first, I will be right back. I need water. And by that, I mean Seth needs water. Not Rexaris. So everybody go get some water. We'll put the BRB screen on. And we'll be back in just a second. Let me put some hype music on while we wait. We're gonna do... We'll do Good Kid. Alright, I'll see you guys in just a sec.
Escapes you with a sound. It's delineated. I waited at the station for an hour, but I won't make it. You take off on an updraft by each hour, and you overtake it. Every moment I see you on the rise, you're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Oh, Mimi, can you tell me? Can you tell me there's an issue?
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to just pop into your ears like that, but I love this song. I'm back, by the way. Hello, hello. Also, Natalie, thank you so much for the 5 gifters. You're insane, Natalie. Thank you. Oh my god. Mute me. Mute me. Don't let me sing. That scared me. I'm so sorry. It'll never happen again. I don't know why I ever try to sing. I just love music, dude. Hey, what's up, Effie? Welcome to the stream. I'm about to change screen over. Don't get concerned.
Can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it crowded all around you. I hear you tell me there's an issue you've seen before, and I can't tell you why.
Oh, guys, I'm so glad that everybody's saying hi to each other. Alright. What have you missed? I'm searching for the Vein Goblins, essentially. I'm gonna turn the music down just a teensy bit, even though I love this song. And bring the game back. So yeah, you've just missed Rexaris searching for the origins of the Vein Goblins. Oh my goodness, Crystal with 10 gifted. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Crystal gifted herself a membership. Wait, Crystal, did you see that? Did you see that you gifted yourself a member? That's hilarious to me. Thank you again, though, truly. Enjoy your anime, gamer girl. Enjoy it, enjoy it. That's genuinely hilarious. Okay, let me get back into character. Rexaris Redvein, Rexaris Redvein. I hope we all have water and snacks and everything we need, because we're locked in now. Now that I have water, there's nothing that can stop me. Money Fairy goals achieved. Thank you again, truly. The real Money Fairy is Natalie and Crystal. The investigation over. I now know who the real Money Fairy is. I hope you're ready to go to prison. Okay. What were we doing? Oh yeah, we're supposed to be searching for the Vein Goblins' origins. Oh god. I can't believe. Is there somebody that I maybe Roynar's awake. Maybe he knows. He's not. Lenthia. I'm gonna head to her. I wanna see if she has any insight on this. But first, I'm gonna need to change the music. So I don't want it to be sad. There we go. Fixed. What did you miss? You haven't missed anything. Don't worry. Worry not. When's the honeymoon? Kind of right now. Kind of. Kind of. But not really. Lenthia love her. Of course we do. I'm gonna just knock. Lenthia, are you in here? Oh, there you are.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm not sure if you've heard me muttering to myself the past few days, but I've become obsessed with another mystery, and I was wondering if I might use you as a sounding board.
Go ahead, speak away.
Lovely. You're sounding much better, by the way.
I am feeling it.
You look it as well.
Well, thank you.
I went over some old records of Netherian sentiment towards goblins, and in those records, it specifically references goblins as being from the overworld. So this must have been something that we at one point intrinsically knew, that goblins didn't come from here. But that begs the question, at least for me, of why on earth the Vein Goblins are so suited to our realm. They are immune to lava, immune to fire. I mean, they're bright orange, for the flame's sake. They clearly seem to belong here. And I've been trying to piece together the puzzle of how that is the case. And none of the Vein Goblins I've spoken to have been helpful. Well, that's not true. I've played a bit of charades with them, and they've referenced and pointed towards the northeast of the Nether, but I flew up that way and found nothing. No structures, no... nothing. No record. I just would very much like to understand where they came from.
Understandable. Well, I don't know exactly how many records we have of goblin history within our library. Mostly, probably not much at all, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I've already checked, and the only two records we have even referencing goblins are In Defense of the Goblins from the 1870s, I believe it was. Close to 150 years ago. And Indefensible Savagery from the beginning of the war.
So they pointed you towards northeast?
Northeast. I've already been everywhere, though. Literally everywhere.
Well, perhaps they are just native here, then. I know, at least from what little bits of goblin history I've been able to digest, is they once, as you said, belonged to the overworld. So, at least from what I thought of the goblins here, they just lived here as well. Perhaps they were from, the upper. But I don't know if they can get through now that I'm thinking about that.
I don't know. Thank you for letting me walk through this. I actually think you might be onto something with them being native. Though I don't know if they're actually native or if... How do I say this? I'm wondering if it's possible that the... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to stop speculating. I'm going to find the answer. Let me know if you need me, Your Radiance. I am but a warp stone away.
Okay, I will.
I love you.
I love you as well.
Mwah. Oh, I opened your drawer instead of closing the door.
Goodness.
Did she say goodness? Does she not love me? Maybe there was an under-the-radar science lab that exploited goblins. It's certainly possible. I don't know. I'm this close to giving up, but instead I'm going to give it one more pass. I'm going to give it one more pass. One more. What do we say? Actually, is Kirn around? Nah, Kirn's not around. Okay, yeah, one more pass. And if I don't find anything, I'm not giving up still. I'm just going to take a break and we'll try again later. Oh, I like that. I think I made that, but still. That laugh? Which laugh? sometimes I make funny giggle noises that definitely aren't supposed to be Rexaris noises. I just, I find myself funny and I do like a maniacal laugh out of character. I do think that what Lenthia said about it being, perhaps from... She said upper. And at first I was like, what does she mean by that? But then I realized she meant perhaps they came from the overworld through the bedrock. And that does sound ridiculous at first, because obviously the overworld must be, you know, far up there. We've never been able to bridge the gap between here, but it's no secret that strong fireys can teleport between the overworld and the Nether. It's certainly possible that these Vein Goblins had some sort of similar power, and they kept it to themselves for years, or perhaps they didn't even know. They used it together once and just grew here. I don't know. I'm just going to keep my eye out for anything on top, and on the way back I'll keep my eye out for anything through the bottom. The top's going to be a lot easier though, so I'm excited for this part. That's how Cain died, exactly. It is exactly how Cain died. I'm also going to go off to the sides a bit more this time, just in case I missed something. Just in case. Can I go up from where I am? If I go up too high, I think I might start taking damage. It's kind of like the void, but the opposite direction, you know? Oh, wow. This is terrible. This is genuinely terrible. Yep, I hate it. Absolutely hate it. I am filling in gaps, though, in my map, which I do love. Okay, well, I should probably land. See what we got. Just lava lake. Nothing out of the ordinary. Wait, what's that? Looks like a goblin outpost connected to a stronghold. Never heard of anything like that. Yo! Congratulations, Crystal. 1 month membership. That's crazy. I didn't even know we'd had memberships for a month now. I feel like it's just yesterday that I started having memberships, but once again, truly thank you. There is something over here. Yeah, this is a goblin outpost if I've ever seen one. What is this? I mean, I see piglins as well. Has this been overrun by piglins? It seems so. Might have the answers indeed. Though this looks civilized. As I said, the goblins, or at least the Vein Goblins that I know, rarely, if ever, have any sort of town or, you know, like it just, ooh, snout armor trim, crimson fungus. Perhaps below here? I mean, they're Vein Goblins. They come from the veins of I mean, lava, that stuff, whatever it's called, magma blocks. They just pop up out of them. So maybe it's below. But it's then every time I go below, it's nothing. Oh, wait a second. Wait, there's tunnels down here. Hold the phone. Give me something. No. Stops. Stops again. Again! Every time. Maybe I wasn't thorough enough here. Should be more thorough. There's more chests than just these. No. Oh, actually, you know what? We'll take that. Leather's hard to come by in the Nether. Leather's hard to come by out here. Oop, netherite scrap. We'll take that too. You want to fight, bro? Come on. Already checked this one, I think. Oh, I haven't. Take those golden carrots, though. Pig step, we love that. Oh, please, please, please have something worth coming here for. Just feels like I'm being blocked from this answer. Like, if it exists, it's not out here. There's no way Jason would have misdirected me, right? Don't believe he even knows what I'm searching for. Haven't exactly been forthcoming about the fact that I'd like to know everything about his people. Maybe I should have just asked more directly. I mean, I suppose I did a few times, and he just kind of shrugged his shoulders. Maybe he does know. Wait, what the hell? That's weird. I love seeing weird stuff within the walls of things. It's one of my favorite things. This is just a bastion. But if there's like a good area up here to get stuff from, I'm gonna try and go there. No, it looks like it's mostly looted already. Damn! Try asking him where he came from. He mostly spent his time near Xerath, he said. But well, he didn't say. When I asked him if he was from near Xerath, he nodded his head. But when I kind of asked where his family was from, he pointed me this direction. So that's the start that we have. Unfortunately, this direction covers the entire northeastern quadrant of the Nether. And I don't know. That's not enough. That's not enough. I've gone around a few places. Damn. Specifically, he doesn't use words, so I tried to pull out a map and have him point on the map. I like this. This is beautiful. I gotta check below, as you know. Oh, wait, what is this? Is this lava sponge? I think it is. Maybe he's hiding it from you. Throw him out of the castle. No, I will not be doing that. I like Jason. He's a good guy. I will, however, be checking this out. I know that this just happens kind of underneath nether fortresses, but I still just want to see. I just want to see. Right? No harm in checking. Ooh, what's this? This doesn't look like just the tunnel from under... Oh, wait, it still is. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. It's just the storage room. In Jason we trust indeed. He won't lead us astray. I might go back to him one more time. And just really pull out the map and say, mark it. Where was your great-great-grandfather from? Your oldest relative that you know. Where did he hail from? Yeah, this is just old Nether Fortress stuff. This is all Netherian. I recognize the markings. I recognize all of it. I do, Terran. Not for a while. Not for a while. In fact, indefinitely just simply won't be uploading. But you will see the conclusion to Lenthia's story one day. I promise you that. Carry him. He could pull your hair to lead you. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I give up here. There's nothing else. Nothing else. Okay, to the northeast we go. This way. Wait a damn minute. I thought I saw another Vein Goblin. Okay, I'm about halfway through here. Halfway, and still morale is high. Morale is very high. Not low at all. Okay, guys, I admit it. Morale is low. Morale is quite low. Right, I'm flying back up to the nether roof. I think it's further out. If there's anything, I think it's further out. The more I think about it, the more I just don't think that we're far enough away. Oh. Hoping for a season 3, aren't we all? Aren't we all? Well, I've loved Season 2. Season 2 is quite possibly the most fun I've ever had in Minecraft. I've really connected to this world and these characters. I love Rexaris. I love Lenthia. Honestly, I'm a big fan of a lot of characters. I like Kirn. I love the whole Nether. Not a single bad character, including the goblins. I miss Cain. I miss Cain dearly. Alright. So, if they came to this world, they would have had to come through a portal. Oh, wait. Fuck, the High Lady. Sure. Of course. In fact, I don't even need to respond. I'm just going to go. Yes, my love?
Rexaris. I was getting a tad antsy, and I decided to go check my own mail. And I'm glad I did, because Lenora has sent word that there are newer developments happening in the overworld that she would like to discuss with me personally.
Shall we invite her here, or...
I was just thinking about how... I think as long as we aren't out for long, I think it would be good to get out of this box.
Certainly, just remember we are telling other people that we're on our honeymoon, so...
Thankfully, due to warp stones, it's quite easy.
Oh no, I mostly just mean don't mention that you wanted to get out of this box to others, that's all.
Oh! I will keep up the charade.
Thank you.
Of course. Well, I just wanted to make you aware of it, that I will most likely go and see her today.
I assume you mean we will most likely go and see her today?
Yes,
unless
we
you're
will
planning
go
on
and
going
see her.
alone.
I do not plan to go by myself, no.
Ah. Well, just keep me informed.
I definitely will. Have you found anything more about the goblins, or...
It's a very vast area to cover. I'm hoping to find something, but for now I am empty-handed. I think I'll give it one more go, and if I can't find anything, I'll give up for the day. Just for the day. I still want to do this, though.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, Helia had a disturbing thought.
Okay.
Right? Isn't that... She just shared with me that she had a disturbing thought, but didn't tell me what the thought was.
Perhaps she will, broaden it soon. Could you come with me to my quarters so I can change?
Certainly. I don't know where she teleports to.
The memorial.
Oh yes, actually I did know that. You've told me that before.
You sit down here, I'm going to change.
Okay. We know the goblins fancied their experiments. What if the Vein Goblins are the result of one? Well, that's a disturbing thought indeed. But also a comforting one. At least if I learned that to be the case, I'd have an answer. I truly don't know. Peak. Okay, sure. Don't have to tell me twice. Where does she usually change? I don't know if I'm looking in the right spot. Psst. Lenthia. Don't see her. Communicative as they are generous. There we go. Where is she? She's just still changing. Go in the walls. Great idea. She'll never know. Unless I'm fiery friended, in which case she'll definitely totally know. Oh, I see her.
Oh, goodness, sometimes it's hard to tell where you are. You blend in.
I do, don't I?
You do. You have Netherian colors. So.
Do I need to be wearing my High Lord Consort uniform? Because I'm kind of in some adventurer's clothes right now.
No, she would actually like to keep it more inconspicuous.
Oh, certainly.
She would like to come here to the Nether. Perhaps it's an inconspicuous place here. Perhaps here.
Yes, we could invite her straight to your quarters. Very few other people are at risk of seeing. Will Oliver be attending?
No, she's going to be alone.
Oh. Well,
I hope he's not still missing. Remember the last time we spoke to the High Vessel?
yeah, he'd been gone for a bit. I'd heard that.
Alright, let's make our way to the Fortress Waystone, and we can speak to her there. It seems there's someone already in the area. I believe that's Kirn, actually.
Kirn?
I see the sword.
Ah, yes.
You know, this does feel rather nice. Haven't had some fresh air in quite a while.
Did I just pull your cover?
No, it's fine.
Kirn?
Hello.
Lenora?
Hello.
Good to see you, High
Well?
Vessel.
Yes.
You as well.
Why don't you follow me? And, would this be information that Kirn could be privy
Yeah,
to as
absolutely.
well? Kirn?
I'm so nervous. I truthfully can't get my mind off this Vein Goblin thing. The more I've learned today, the more I've thought about it, and the more I've... I just can't get out of my head that these Vein Goblins both belong and don't belong in the Nether at the same time. They are clearly not an origin of this world, and yet
Please, come on
they belong here. They truly belong here.
Rexaris, could you make us,
Of
a
course. I'm gonna call it adventuring as a little lie.
Okay. Alright. So, please, make yourself comfortable.
Okay. I apologize. I'm still a little shaken, but I will try to communicate the information that I have as clearly as I can.
Okay, that's a scary
yesterday-
way
Yesterday
to start
evening,
things.
Ollie and I were helping Fiori with a rank up quest, and Zeroth approached me
So the adventuring is not
head
a lie.
on. Firstly, I guess, to resign. But secondly, he stated very point blank that he has intentions of taking down the border, which we were aware of, but in order to do that, he will be targeting myself and you. He believes that we are tied to the border and that Helen's disappearance is why it has shrunk.
Azeroth wishes to kill you both. Is that what I've just heard?
Yes,
Then we put him down like the dog he is.
I agree.
He's lived long enough.
I agree. On a secondary note that's maybe less... I don't know. I guess it's not as exciting as somebody wanting to kill us, but it might mean that we have extra hands. In our previous Realms meeting, we had the opportunity to sort of discuss diplomacy.
Yes.
Attekus has made contact with Ollie and I, and is willing to speak to those willing to hear him out.
Well, we will be in attendance whenever that day should come.
Ollie has sent out a letter requesting his presence. I was hoping to potentially double down currently with the information that I was passing right now, but Ollie is, the last I heard, somewhere in the deeper dark, and I have yet to be able to get a hold of Adakus. But I am going to continue to try, as I think that the more hands we have with the Zeroth situation, the better.
Agreed. It is saddened to hear that Zeroth wishes to kill us both in his attempt to open the border. I will admit, I thought of him as a friend, so
As did
this
I.
is... Seems someone is more angrier than I am.
I struggle to get past the fact that everything that has happened with the war and the Shrieklings and the goblins could have potentially never happened at all had there been an accountability taken on Zeroth's part after the Shrieklings were invented, created.
Agreed.
I have not delved into the long list of things that might be attached to Attekus's name with him. We've had very brief interactions. But I think, given a certain level of comfort, that it is possible that he'd be willing to divulge some of that.
Divulge, sorry. Say that one more time?
I know that there's a history of torture and kidnap and things like that, and I have not gotten a full, clear story from Attekus in the part that he has played. I don't know that he's reached a comfort level there yet, but I am not opposed to trying.
I see. Well, I would definitely like to hear his reasonings and see if there is something that we can work on together.
Okay.
I know Helia was trying to set up some sort of meeting between him and Nether. However, I don't believe I've heard any sort of update from that. Last thing that I heard was there was information that leaked from our last Realms meeting.
Yes. Would you be willing to host him here in the Nether, or would you prefer to go somewhere less close to home? Or...
We can host here. I owe Adakus a drink. We could just invite him to the hellhole.
That is quite public, so wouldn't be too scary for him.
Agreed. I've asked, I was able to get word to him finally. I asked if he would be willing to meet here in the Nether, so
right now.
Me. If you have time. If not, it's completely understandable as well.
I have time. If there's a chance we can end this, I have time.
As do I.
It's ironic
It-
that
You'll
Attekus
need
is
to
willing
be
to hear
brief,
peace.
though, or, I will not keep this from you, as you are a dear friend to me. I do wish that you not spread word after I tell you. We have been saying to others that we are currently on our honeymoon, Rexaris and I.
Oh, she's gonna tell her the truth.
I have been recovering
What's the
from
point?
a health scare, and I worry that if the meeting becomes heated and there is extra stressors, I don't wish to make myself more sick than I already am.
Understood.
If that were to happen, I would ask Kirn to step in for me as delegation.
Absolutely. I would intervene before I would let anything like that touch you, and I know that Rexaris is also in that line, so...
I promise Adakus will not lay a finger on you. Though, if he's willing to hear peace, it doesn't sound like he's trying to lay a finger on you.
I just wish to be as transparent as possible in case anything were to happen.
No, it's okay. Rexarus is a
suppose in
casual
the
Vincent hater too.
spirit of transparency,
Love Laz.
I don't expect to make it out of whatever is happening with Zeroth. I do.
You should.
I hope.
You will.
I want to make sure that everything is in place to continue putting the overworld on a forward and peaceful path, but the Shrieklings ultimately are part of the problem, and I haven't figured out how to reconcile that just yet.
With all due respect, High Vessel, the Shrieklings were a part of the problem. Under your administration, the Shrieklings have been, if anything, too willing to hear out the problems of others.
I'm definitely trying, so hopefully we can see the final end of Spore. But I don't think it'll happen with Zeroth alive.
I can agree with you on that. It started with him. It ends with him.
I like that sentiment. The balance of nature's fickle, and he's all too willing to play with it.
I don't disagree with this.
Well, you have our sword and our shield.
I'm trying
you
not
may need
to
it.
say anything I'll regret about
Appreciate it.
Zeroth. He was my friend.
I know,
Hearing that he wants to slaughter the
least
High Lady in
knowing
cold blood.
that he is now targeting the both of us, it would not surprise me if Rexaris begins hunting him himself.
I think the reason that Ollie is in the Deeper Dark currently is in pursuit of hunting him as well.
Perhaps you both should, collaborate on that.
Yeah, not a good idea for one person to do it alone.
Why's that?
It'll be another
He's
stalemate.
strong. Not to say that you're weak, but
I
don't know what he's capable of.
I don't mean to sound arrogant, but it was a stalemate because we decided not to use all of our power. Were I to... Well, let's just say I hadn't yelled near him, even once, during the fight. Though he did use his Shriekling Strength 9 ability and still was unable to scratch the surface.
It's good intel to have. I also know that myself, I am not a strong practitioner of magic, but I have spoken with Skylar briefly, and I know that he is deathly afraid of something to do with frost magic, eternal winter. I could potentially do more research into that. That is the one spell that he has forbidden Skylar to use against him.
Forbidden to use against him in what context?
Something to do with a duel of sorts?
If there is a duel between Skylar and Zeroth, that is our opportunity. We kill him then.
If I can get more information on it, I agree. Skylar is interesting to try and communicate with. I'm not ever quite sure what it is that he's ultimately saying.
He's always ultimately saying, whatever I want, I get. Whatever you want, fuck you.
I don't disagree.
After we kill Zeroth, there's a chance I might just accidentally swing my sword a little too far.
Don't even say that in front of us.
Oh yes, you need plausible deniability. Of course, I am far too practiced and restrained a fighter to have that happen.
Accidents happen.
I'm gonna kill them both.
Oh, goodness. Well, thank you for letting us know. I know that, at least from what I believe, I've been somewhere for over a few weeks and nothing has happened, so I know a few locations that we can be safe from Zeroth from if he decides to ever try to chase us down. Once again, I don't think it'll ever get that far. I have very high hopes in our knights and the people that are around us. They're very capable.
Good.
I myself,
Attekus...
maybe not.
Adakus agreed and said that he would be willing to meet at the Fortress Waystone when day breaks. So,
how long is that?
if we are all okay with that.
I don't know when day will break. How long do I have? We have no sun here.
I have no clue.
I am asking.
I could
And
do it
let
in
me know
like,
when he's here or headed here.
let's say 11 minutes. That'd give me time. Kind of specific, but
Very.
Works out. If he wants an audience, the specificity is yours to decide, truly. It's a courtesy on your behalf, so...
If he wishes to come to the fortress, I have no qualms with it. I am not sure exactly where he would like to speak. Perhaps the throne room?
Skylar is on Skylar's
I don't
side.
see that.
What
I don't-
gives him room to do
That
what
is the
he may
only
need
side
to do.
Skylar has ever been on or will ever be
will
on.
say that I don't necessarily trust him yet to be in any of the personal quarters. So wherever it is that you feel would be more suitable. I want to trust him, but I don't have enough information yet.
Agreed. Then the throne room it is. It's newly built, not a lot of memory that is held there, except for your captain's ceremony, which I could rebuild it, if anything were to happen, but it, gives us privacy and also is close enough to the fortress if we need to call on anyone.
Okay, he said that he has arrived, so...
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Alright. Almost got sweaty all of a sudden.
None of us will let anything happen to you.
Oh, I know. I've been out of practice for, talks for a little bit, so I just hope I don't mess up and say something wrong. Do we just ask him what he wants and then we go back and forth? Is that how we play this?
It depends. Are we looking for a treaty? Are we looking for eternal peace? We can ask him what his demands are, to stop the war against Lenora. But, yeah, I'll go first.
Yes, please.
Attekus. It's good to see you.
Likewise.
Don't let me
Why
forget
don't we
that
head
I
to...
owe you that
Oh.
drink. The High Lady was going to say, let's head to the throne room behind you. I'll lead the way.
Yeah, sorry. The celebration is still, going, as you can see here.
Not to get too quickly into things, but the High Vessel tells us that you're willing to have peace talks. Is that true?
Indeed.
Well, the floor is all yours. I know the both of us would like to hear everything.
Surely
you may
there
have to
is
say.
something you would want in exchange for this. We would hear what?
Well, I'm unsure how much Lenora has detailed you on. Are you familiar with the more true history of goblins, rather than the history that has been painted by victors?
I am aware that the Shrieklings pushed them out of the overworld core.
Indeed.
Yes. We are aware of the history of the goblins and the troubles that you face due to it. Well, maybe not you particularly. Well, maybe you. Maybe I should stop talking.
I would
Rexarus,
actually
go.
hear more about your perspective, Adakus. You seem to be the leader of these goblins, but I had heard tales of the Goblin King during the war, and no offense to you, he was far more menacing in description.
Perhaps I'll learn of those over drinks, but perspective is interesting indeed. The Goblin King, as the title would go, stems, I believe, from, similar to Xerath's situation, a large knowledge base of sorts.
A large knowledge base. Like a library
Xerath
or...
has been, I suppose, Xerath has been around some 2 millennia,
Ovek is the name of the actor who
and
plays
in a
Attekus.
similar sense, myself as a concept. Sing.
Concept. So... the Goblin King passes down memory as an oral history, or is it more biological?
I don't remember who inspired who, but Xerath used to be on the Goblin Court. I believe that perhaps it was his process inspired ours, or ours inspired his. But through ritual, when the time comes that a ruler is no longer fit, knowledge, memories, feeling are passed down. The applicable air.
And are your feelings different from the Goblin King's feelings?
Yes. I believe that I'm quite a unique case. Never has a goblin been able to live in peace, I suppose. The post-war time,
The Vein Goblins do it
The
quite well here.
disguises, for lack of a better
How?
term.
How? How did they
Blood
integrate?
connections, relationships, respect, trust. Additionally, I believe similar to Zarath, we inherit feelings of our own from the bodies that we take on.
So that would explain your crusade for Wolfkin rights.
And the fact that they're quite similar to the goblins. The next target of Streaklings, evidently. They couldn't wait to finish their war and eradication of the goblins since they started on the Wolfkin.
I do believe that to be true. Unfortunately.
Okay.
I suppose, original Attekus went at peace. I'd found him in not the best of shape, abandoned and alone, dying in the cold. I was able to inherit his story and, over time, push away my, well, I suppose, biases, my long-lasting feelings, these inherited feelings. Of course, it's all a melting pot, truly. No one ever feels quite the same, no one ever feels quite exact. I had feelings of my own, and because I was gifted the memories of many before me. In addition, then, Attekus's thoughts, and Helia's, although through less ritualistic means. It's certainly changed my view.
So, speak frankly. In order for these realms to have peace, what do you need? Clearly, goblins will be safe from persecution should we acquiesce to this. What further?
I believe we all share a common goal of wanting Zarath gone. Whether dead or imprisoned, to suffer the rest of his long and miserable life. Personally, I would like to see Roinar brought to justice. He is one of few of us that actually had a bloodthirst.
So Helia is right. He is the one who...
Yes. He confessed it privately to me. I would like to see him suffer for it.
Do you know how long he has been a goblin? Was it ever the Roinar I went to war with?
I do not.
Perhaps I'll have to get the answer from him.
If it means anything, as I've said, I believe that, similar to the process that follows the Goblin King, it was similar for these transformations. Feelings, memories, thoughts, knowledge, all inherited. I'm sure that he has the same respect and admiration for you as the one you knew.
Roinar I knew would never have done that to Helia. He loved her.
We are on the same page about Zeroth and what we wish to have happen. Either imprisonment or exile. Not exile, execution. Excuse me.
Certainly.
That's not a bad idea either, though.
If we can put him through to the other side of the border.
And what? Reward him?
That's what he wants.
Get rid of him.
Exactly.
Though it is possible that sending him out there would only encourage his activities. Perhaps in a few hundred, perhaps 1,000 years, he returns, still crazy as ever. I
He's a
worry we'd be
scientist.
kicking the can down the road.
I'm
Forcing
afraid that
our
as long as
ancestors.
he is alive, the cycle will repeat. So.
My goal is to solidify peace for as long as we've lived at war, in violence, and bloodshed. I want heroes to be remembered, of the chanted legacy. Few have survived the passage of time solely because these heroes were fighting against what this war seeked to accomplish, or whichever historical tragedy you wish to name. As the saying goes, history is written by the victors. My addendum is that it's evidently written in blood.
Not if we can figure out a way for everyone to win.
Precisely.
Perhaps we need to kill Xerath. Perhaps you are right. In fact, I do feel in him a drive to carry on, to continue, that concerns me.
When he didn't die when he said he was supposed to, that concerned me a long, long time ago. He said he wanted to find his heart so he could finally be at rest, and now he is prancing around like he never said that.
He's a scientist. He's always pursuing whatever's next, whatever's larger. He's driven by nothing but ego.
I think that's precisely why the Shrieklings were created. A vessel to hold the proverbial mental soup that is getting passed down.
His own desire for eternal life created an entire race, an entire injustice. And what happened to your people was an injustice. Let us hope that we can make it right.
I agree.
Yes.
So,
Well,
conditions.
mm-hmm.
If we get rid of the person who started this all, Xerath, the one who wishes to kill my High Lady and the High Vessel, what do you fully get out of it? Just amnesty for your crimes? What about the rest of the goblins? I'm sure they've committed atrocities. Do we forgive them? Do they all want the same? Will they lay down their arms?
I believe that Roinar needs to see justice. As for the rest, I don't believe that they have been, I suppose, outwardly hostile. Many of them have completely clean hands. Others are more so just responsible for stressors.
The Withers?
Indeed.
It was Elio, wasn't it?
Yes, as well as the harming traps. However, as far as I'm aware, no one ever suffered death at the fate of them.
No, I don't
That
believe
was
they did
my-
ever get anyone.
It was indeed my goal. At the time, I believed that death was not necessary, and I still would like to believe that besides Zeroth. The goal was simply to scare.
Well, goal accomplished. You certainly riled up the realms.
For better, for worse.
Let's hope for the better.
Indeed.
We have a real chance here, I think.
We would need to get more things officially in writing, but at least I know the Nether. I won't speak for your realm, High Vessel. But if you're willing to lay down your arms and tell the other goblins to do so as well, then I see no reason as to not end things with peace.
Of course.
Your original declaration did end with peace in our time, did it not?
Indeed.
Perhaps we have found the path.
My original sentiment, upon being coronated, was ensuring that all of the overworld origins, whether or not I was aware that goblins were an overworld origin at the time, still stands. I want them all to have equality. And that just has to take a breath in to expand large enough to loop in goblins. But they have more right to it than I feel the Shrieklings ever did.
There is plenty of space for all. I do have one final concern. It's
And that is?
very evident to me that there is a realm missing from this meeting. I
Yes.
recall Emperor Vincent being... How do I put this?
He wants to see all goblins dead. That is at least from what I have taken from our last realms meeting that we had. I'm not
Yes.
sure if he...
She's right. He probably wouldn't agree to this. I'm not sure if he's a fan or friend of Zeroth, but I am quite sure that he's a... he fucking hates goblins.
Yeah.
As far as I see it, it's 2 realms against 1. I don't wish for this to boil into another war, but the Enderians have had feels almost a distaste for everything. They had the issues with my strongholds, or stronghold, and the strongholds they left behind in the overworld. I believe we had strong suspicion on Vincent himself being one that was breaking into various private dwellings.
You were an overworld
Yes.
knight at the time, weren't you? I'd almost
was.
forgotten. Yes, we did believe that. I still do.
As do I.
He also had his period of instability in which he was running around threatening whoever he deemed fit. I'm still confused as to why they would put him in rule, but I don't know if he would agree to anything.
We, as far as I'm concerned, have 2 options. We can try to strong-arm him, which probably won't go well. If there's one thing I know about Vincent, it's that a blow to his ego is almost as bad as a blow to his face. He once told me that he would go against anyone. He felt a primal urge to destroy those who went against him. I fear that this will be seen as going against him.
He can either prove himself as a smart leader looking out for his people,
Or he can be deposed.
and continue dragging the end down.
Fortunately, he is not the only leader. There are two others that have realms that they govern all their own. If he chooses to govern the end in such a way, then he does not need to have anything to do with the goblins. They take asylum within the overworld because I will allow that, and he never has to see them again.
Agreed. Perhaps closing off access to the end might even need to be needed, depending on the severity of his
Desire to
reaction.
kill them all. I worry this won't be enough, but we must hope, because that is all we can do.
Right. I would hate to see it lead into another war, but
Indeed.
I don't believe that further ostracizing and segregation is the answer.
Nor do I.
As do I.
I believe it would be foolish to try and oppose it, given again 2 realms against 1 that's already quite
They
shattered.
They are the smallest realm already.
They've gone through, what, 3 rulers in the past 6 months?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Attekus, does Vincent not have goblins that he would see as close to himself?
I don't know him well enough for that.
He's close to Jura. They are dating. Who else? I know he fucking hates Rowena. Don't think she's a goblin though. Who are the goblins? I don't think he knows Elio. He might... Actually, he's in Radiant Craft. Maybe he and Elio have brushed shoulders before.
Perhaps.
Rexaris doesn't know about
Additionally, I
Nixie.
believe Callie?
Carly. Are they close?
I know that Kali's in Radiant Craft. I believe so, at least. I'm not.
Yes, Kelly is. Arguably, I would assume the creator of Radiant Craft.
I don't believe he and Roynar are close. I think he got along with Kristark, but again,
Well,
gone.
I believe that every step we take right now is of the utmost importance. I believe that if we're breaking millennia of bloodshed and war, if we're ensuring peace and security for generations to come, then without sounding too prideful, I believe we're all part of history right now. If he wishes to write himself out of it, that's his prerogative.
Well, you will still be there as a footnote.
Certainly. Although, as you said, perhaps a blow to his ego is the same as a blow to his face. Perhaps that can be a last-ditch effort to try and get him on board.
I think you would like that, actually. No, I'm dead serious. I don't think you were laughing because you didn't think I was serious, but the more I think about it, the more I believe telling Vincent he could be a part of history is exactly what he might want. Could be wrong, but he certainly seems like the type.
So instead of destroying his ego, we stroke it?
If that's what it takes, to have peace in our time.
I mean, yes. Whatever we must do to have peace, at least. Just for a while.
An advisor never meant to be the emperor. A ruler nobody believed in. A faux ruler in the first place. He was supposed to be bait for you.
For me.
Well, for the goblins. And now he has the chance to do something bigger than himself. Bigger than all of us.
we'll see if he actually does it or not. But that's something that I think the High Vessel and I should probably speak more about in detail and perhaps actually plan something.
Certainly. I believe a lot of this is just theory work, unfortunately. We can only find out how it goes one way.
Well, for now, I call a vote for a ceasefire. Not that we've been actively attacking anyone recently, but for the time being, I believe we call a truce. No fighting. At least until...
My only ask would be that if Ragnar is to show his face, he is locked away.
Yes.
we can do that.
I will be repealing the Goblin Apprehension Act as swiftly as I'm able, and the overworld will have a complete cease as well.
We will be joining in on that effort.
Thank you.
We should get something in writing, though, as quickly as
Yes.
possible. I would ask of you to make a document of your quote-unquote demands. Just the ideas that we spoke about with Ragnar, etc. And either you or I could draft up an actual treaty.
Of course. I will help if it is needed.
Common is not an issue.
Well then. I think we've done everything we need to here.
Indeed.
Attekus, while I have you here, there is some information that you are actually not as privy to. It was discussed with the High Lady and Rexaris before you showed up. Zeroth came face to face with me yesterday and very blatantly announced that he has every intention of killing both myself and High Lady Lenthia
Oh, good.
in
he's
order
spiraling.
to take down the border. With us being sort of your first point of contact and ensuring that maybe peace is accomplishable, I feel like that is maybe among our first steps so that we are not taken out before we have the opportunity to help you get anywhere.
Certainly. You have my vow of protection. If I hear of anything, or if he tries to drag me back along for anything, you'll know it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And
I trust that you can protect the High Lady.
yes, I will ensure she is protected at all times. I wanted to ask you before we part ways here. Do you know anything of the Vein Goblins of the Nether?
Not particularly.
I
I've run into them a number of times, but I've never actually had the time to learn how exactly that happened,
assumed
or
as
if they're
much.
even goblins.
Well, I appreciate your candid answer. The steps we take here will determine the future of all three realms. Let us not misstep.
Of course.
Let's try not to.
I believe in us. Would you like an escort to the Waystone, High Vessel?
Yes, please. That would be greatly appreciated. Oh no! Didn't
Little
realize
bugs
they got
they are.
smaller.
Rexaris, where are you heading to?
Unfortunately for now, just back to the castle. That is where Ali will expect to look for me if he returns.
Rexaris, could you make sure that she gets to the castle, okay?
Of course. Happily.
I'll stay with Kirn.
Please do.
I
I'd like
see
to
you.
speak privately.
Sure. You're welcome in the castle, you know that.
I don't know if I ever stopped being a knight.
Well, to the overworld we go then.
Oh. Oh.
Hello.
Paige, are
Yes.
you okay?
Why do you ask?
Because you
I'm just checking
seemed
in.
surprised, scared.
I'm fine.
I will contact you soon, okay?
Alright. I will be around.
Sounds good. Thank you, Rexarus.
Of course.
Would you like to follow me?
Oh, fine. I will check the castle. I was considering it. We did just make a treaty with this man. Oceans in my tower. We did just make a treatise with this man. I have to watch from afar here. It's not even a choice. I have to. If the high vessel dies, it's suddenly just me and the high lady against the world, and Attekus has betrayed us. But if I watch from afar and learn that Attekus truly, when it's just the two of them, truly can be trusted, this will solidify. I am, of course. Your radiance. My love. While this may be history in the making, I will not allow hope to pave the way for foolishness. Helia deserves to be told. If nothing else, I believe that his feelings for her, Adakus's feelings for Helia, not the Goblin King's feelings, but Adakus's feelings for Helia, likely were instrumental in changing these feelings. I'm not really snooping.
Oh,
Oh dear God.
I think I found him.
Are you teamed with the High Vessel?
Yes,
Can you see her up there?
I can see her. Yes.
Perfect.
Her
Just make sure.
only though.
Only her? Well,
Only her.
she is not alone, but that is fine. So long as you can see her and she remains upright throughout the entirety of this conversation, I am happy.
Okay. I think you have something to fill me in
Okay.
on.
I do.
well, it's none of my business unless the vessel tells me. So, I will be going.
Bye.
Goodbye. Good luck. Don't die, please.
I will
We'll
endeavor
try
to
our
not.
best.
Does she know that Attekus is up there?
No, I don't know.
And why was she acting like that?
I don't know anymore. It's hard to keep track of who
I
knows what.
don't know.
Weird. Well,
Mm.
yeah, now that it's just the three of us, Kyron was there.
I know.
Oh, Kyron
Yeah,
shared.
she was spying.
Oh, that's alright.
I was in my tower, and you were team, and you have a very distinctive outline. So does the High Lady.
Why
Regardless,
is it? Okay,
Yes.
yeah. Anyway,
we are... How do I put this delicately? Hopefully, trailblazing a path towards peace. Hopefully.
Okay, that's better than war.
It is indeed. There is one who, under this proposition, would not know peace. Well, two, in fact, but one you care about.
And that would be.
I think you know in your heart. Who has done the most harm to you, Helia?
I can see him as nothing more than an imposter. The man that I knew him to be was no coward.
Well, it would seem that in order for the realms to know peace, Roynar will not be able to. He cares about you, Helia. I think that his love for you may be the driving force behind desire for peace in the first place.
No, it is.
Well, as I told the rest of them, let's try not to misstep. One wrong move here, and the peace that we've tentatively, finally drawn near might slip through our fingers.
I will do everything possible to make sure that it doesn't.
It's good to hear. I am getting antsy. I have to check on the High Vessel. I'm so sorry.
She's still upright.
They've been talking for so long. I worry. I worry. I'm glad she's still okay. I am most worried, though, I think about the Vincent problem. Still don't really know how we can solve that. He was very clear to me many times that when somebody wrongs him, he does not feel that there is any way to make it right. I mean, not in so many words. In fact, he was quite meaner about it. He essentially said, what was the... You know what? Let me just remember what he said one more time. Oh no, I don't have it anymore. He said something like, I feel like a primal urge or primal rage for those who dare to go against me. Something along those lines. And nobody has gone against him more than the goblins. Except maybe me. And to see... I don't know. I'm just not convinced that us siding with the goblins here and giving them amnesty for their actions is going to sit well with him. Even if the goblin that slighted him personally is gone. I don't know. Let's hope the high vessel goes, because I still want to figure out something more about the Vein Goblins today. Strange that even Adakus himself, the Goblin King, has no memory of them. It must have happened long ago, whatever it was. Whatever created them. Does the High Lady need a bunker? She already has one. Also, hello, my love. Kirn is so quiet. That's just how Kirn is sometimes.
May I interest you in the High Lady and free real estate of a bunker?
They already have.
Oh, we do already have one, but I'm always in the market for more bunkers.
Okay, well. Cool. You already have yours.
I do. It's very cozy. It's blue. I like it.
Mm.
Do you want a blue one?
No. I can walk through blue obsidian.
Wait, what?
Ah, shit. You can?
Yeah.
Are you...
How does...
They're called
No,
banshee
I
doors.
I gotta redo all those blue...
Should I? I probably should have told you that. It's
Yes,
only
you
it's
should've.
specifically regular blue obsidian for what it's worth. Does that help?
No.
No.
Oh.
It's... I can redo mine. Don't worry about mine. I'll fix it.
Oh, I gotta check. I guess...
You don't really have to redo it. You could just cover the outside in regular obsidian. I do think that
I
blue
haven't checked
obsidian
any of
also
them.
still stops what are they called? Voidlings. I could be wrong though.
Oh, what about voidlings?
I think blue obsidian stops them.
I don't know. I don't know.
Stops them
enough
from what?
about voidlings.
Like they
Oh,
can't go through it.
when they... Yeah... I don't know.
I don't know for sure either. I'd have to ask. Are they still up there?
Yes.
Oh. Would you two mind keeping an eye? I have something I want to get done.
Yeah.
Thank
Helia's
you.
the one gonna be looking, but... Yeah.
Mhm. I bet I know what you're gonna go do, but have fun.
What do you think I'm gonna go do?
Go kiss your wife.
No.
Pretty much asleep.
I will definitely give her a kiss at some point tonight, but first I have information to gather.
Oh, let me know if I can help in any way.
I will do. I've been talking to Helia about this all day. I asked Attekus even if he knew anything of the Vein Goblins, and he said nothing. He said he doesn't know.
He used a lot of words to say he doesn't know.
Yeah, he's like, I've not really heard anything. I was like, oh, cool. So yeah, still up in the air.
Okay.
I'm just going to start flying around to old goblin outposts that I know of and checking around there. If there's any in the northeast, that's definitely where I'm going to look around. That's what I've decided. Because I've been kind of just looking blindly in the northeast, and to be honest, there's just too much northeast to cover. I've been everywhere, but I haven't seen anything. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Southwest, I think, is clear.
Yeah,
At
I've
least near the
literally been
border.
everywhere in the Nether except like a little area in the northwest. So that's probably where I'm going to check next.
Do I need to replace my waystone? Damn, okay.
What?
I'm kidding.
No, I just mean I've filled out my map. I probably don't have your waystone. Fly past a lot of places. There
He's
you go.
moving.
Down here?
No, she moved a bit. She's facing towards us now.
Hmm.
But she stopped.
She's fine. Adakus has left, actually.
Oh.
I think she was saying goodbye to him, and that's why she turned. So, with that, I'm much more confident that you hanging out with him one-on-one will end safely for you. The High Vessel was able to spend time in a room alone with Adakus. I am quite sure you can again.
I never doubted it.
I'm glad to hear that, Helia. Tell him I haven't forgotten about our drink. Perhaps
Tell him that
once
yourself.
every... Why? Is he behind me somewhere?
No, miss him.
I certainly will, but for now I have somewhere to be. I
Good
will
luck.
see you both around.
Mm-hmm. Do.
Rexaris, maybe it's in the overworld instead of the Nether what you're seeking. You think a Vein Goblin, like, lab? I mean, if I don't find anything here, I think you're probably right. By process of elimination even, I'd agree with you. This is the most empty area that I have, and then over here I have a bit of a hole. I'm gonna check right here. Let's see, do I have any goblin outposts? Outpost. How far away is this? Okay, it's to the northeast. Wait, why did I check here earlier? Am I dumb? Am I stupid? Surely it's just going to be here then, right? This is not the same outpost I saw earlier either. No, it's not. I still don't see anything. Okay, let's do this methodically. And before I actually do anything methodically, I really have to go to the bathroom. Like, really bad. So, everyone, just take a pause here. And we're all gonna, you know, grab snacks, go to the bathroom once again. And I'm gonna put this song on while I'm gone.
I came in a bit before the opening set. I took the bed. I know
When I get back, we'll search.
before the second set settled my debt. I'll miss the rest, that's fine, I guess. A cavern is a crowd around, and I could scarce get by a second breath between the press. Now it's 3 a.m.
I have returned, and also, honestly, too real with the ice cream comment. Every time I have ice cream, I regret it. Also, hilariously, while I was gone, we got a friend. Look, we got a friend. Hello, sir. I believe that this is probably evidence that this is the right place to be. This is where we need to be. If this guy's here, and he just showed up immediately, this must be a high... Are you showing me somewhere? What are you showing me? But this is also, you know, these magma blocks. This is the veins that they refer to in the name. I just have a good feeling about this place. But I don't know where to look. Would you help me, sir? Methodically. That's what we decided. We'll do this methodically. Bye, Mara. You have to find something. Obsidian arrow, fire charge. Where'd he go? Where'd my goblin friend go? Sir, I need your help. Why don't you forget about this magma block over here and you point the way, okay? Just grunt if you hear something, okay? Grunt if you hear something. Goodbye, Crystal. Have a nice night. Sleep well. Where do I go? Is it up here? Let me set you down, sir. Surely not. Surely not. Yeah, it's just stuff in here. Where do I go? You're not helping. You're not helping at all. Oh, shoot. Oh, there's a thing down here. What is this? Okay. Okay, hold on. Wait, it does seem they buried things here. A lot of name tags. Wait. Hold on. Netherite upgrade. Grab the golden carrots. Okay. Don't see anything else, really. A bunch more gold, some ancient debris. But we'll take some golden apples, why not? Why not? Sir, can you get off me? Another no, don't freak out. But another dead end! Literally, this felt so perfect. This felt perfect. It felt like right where we needed to be. And again, there's nothing. No sign of anything. It's like somebody deliberately tried to erase all record. No books, no libraries, no anything. Okay, I started back there. I'm coming around to this side now. Go away. I said go away. Oh, the tiny goblin on Rexaris' shoulder. That's you guys. That's you in chat. You're the goblin on my shoulder. Slash silly. I just don't think I'm in the right place here. I would hate to end today without learning something. And it just feels like I'm close. There's a lot of, like, pockets here. Trying to check each one, but it's probably pointless. Oh, yeah, I think this is it. It's chalked. It's chalked, right? Nah, one more. One more pass. We have to try. Through here. Nothing. Are we nearby the waystone right now? I don't know where I am. Under lava? Wait, we're under lava here. Okay. And above. I feel like I've checked. Just buried. Buried? Why? Can you fuck off? Oh my. It's completely tattered. Burn it all. Looks like the book itself was burnt at some point. Can barely... The stone here bleeds heat. We watch them from the shadows. Banshees float here and there. Fungal mages bounce around effortlessly. Whispers of using the old magics to blend in have spread through the veins. Take refuge in. Wait, what? The stone here bleeds heat. We watch them from the shadows. Banshees float here and there. Fungal mages bounce around effortlessly. Whispers of using the old magics to blend in have spread through the veins we take refuge in, but father refuses. He stands at the fissure most hours, trembling with rage. It is difficult to tell time in this realm. The lava cools occasionally, so we have come to think of that as night. The heat of this lava is no replacement for the dawn. The warmth of the mother eludes me. No. Warmth of the mother eludes me even in this blistering radiance. He called us together tonight. 20 hollow faces stared back at him. You can see in all our eyes, save his, that we have given up. This realm will be our tomb, and he means to hasten our demise. Kor reminded us that we have a choice. The old magics can change us. We could walk among them as equals, never seen as invaders. His fury at those words was unlike I have ever seen. To abandon our form is to abandon our soul. Ruse even hardened and stood with him. But is Kor wrong? I heard her crying to herself, "What are we?" And I have been asking myself the same question. Without the mother, I feel lost, directionless. Little Fen has been brave, so I have been brave for her. But I know not how much longer I can hold on. Ruse came to me broken. Father convinced them to fight. 16 men, the strongest of us. Through sobbing breaths, he relayed the story of their slaughter. When the dusk had settled, I snuck out of the veins and searched for them, but found only ash. 4 of us remain: Kor, Bruise, myself, and little Fen. Staring extinction in the face, but lacking the will to fight. All but little Fen. She has come to me with a plan. A concept, really. Time heals all wounds. There is little doubt she understands what her suggestion will entail. Bruise hates it. He spat that this fate is worse than death, that father would be ashamed. Better ashamed than dead. We will not hide among them, nor will we fight. We will retreat into the veins entirely until we become something new. Retreat to the veins entirely until we become something new. The warmth of the mother may be gone, but these veins are beginning to feel like home. For now, they will be enough. Perhaps one day, when we have vanished from memory entirely, we can begin again. It is a strange thing to ponder, losing our identity as a people. Paul says that for this to work, we must erase all records, forget all songs and traditions. I know she is right, even as I write this, but it will bring me no pleasure to burn these words when I am through. Let this be the end. Break the cycle. The Vein Goblins gave up themselves just for peace or safety. To be expected to do that, to be forced. Your history, your culture. That is the worst fate that I can think of to befall the people. Part of me wants to throw this into the lava to fulfill Varnak's final wishes, to burn it all, but perhaps they deserve to be remembered. Perhaps I can make the choice to remember them, to give this back to them. They deserve to know themselves, as we all do. I'll give it to Jason. He'll know what to do. Whoa. That was crazy, guys. Jason always knows what to do. Real. Seems like you missed something? Nah. Nothing important. Nothing important. What do you mean? What could you have possibly missed? That was crazy. Yeah, it drops lore of the century and is like, that was crazy. Yeah, true. It was though, right? No, I'm sorry. I just I was in a very emotional moment and I needed that for myself because I'm crying right now, chat. If it's not been clear by the voiceover, I'm sobbing at the moment. I had hoped to be able to find that before the whole meeting with Attekus happened, to be honest. I wanted to use a little bit of that to inform Rexaris' decisions today. But luckily, improv went a good direction, so I didn't really even need it. But yeah. No one should ever have to do that. To give up everything about who they are. And even just the goblins that are alive today. Adakus, Roynar, Helia. Not Helia, what am I saying? Nixie, I meant to say. They're not themselves. Attekus said tonight that they take on the memories of those they inhabit, that it's similar to the way that Zeroth takes over a host, that they get all the same feelings, experiences, thoughts, memories as the person they're inside, the person they become. So even to be living like that, you don't get to be yourself. And I don't know. I think that's a horrible fate. I am going to go ahead and end stream there tonight, though, because I don't want to share too many of my out-of-character thoughts. These are all Rexarus' thoughts, by the way. I just... I didn't want to end stream crying, so had to get out of character. I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching tonight. It was truly a pleasure. Genuinely so fun. I'm gonna play some Good Kid on the way out so that we are reminded that life's good. Good night, everyone. Rexarus is sounding like Seth right now. Yeah. It's his inner monologue. The inner monologue doesn't have an accent for whatever reason. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. It was truly so much fun. Crazy Vein Goblin lore. Truly. Crazy. Bye, Isla. Bye, Cloud8. Bye, Jay Farrell. Bye, Idris. Bye, Nova. Bye, Carl. Bye, everybody that was here earlier that already left. Bye, Green Fox. Bye, Ayana. I know you're already watching the VOD. Dancing on the way out. Bye, Natalie. I'm also dancing my way out. All right. Bye, everyone.